How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and we finally have more information on Pokemon Sun and Moon, including the starters, the release date, the box art, and a little bit about the region, thanks to a new trailer that was posted today. There were actually two main trailers posted today. The Japanese trailer on Pokemon Code JP's channel, and different language versions of the trailer on Pokemon's international channels. If you haven't seen these yet, you should definitely check them out now for the best experience. And don't let the thought of watching a Japanese trailer scare you, because it was actually beautifully done and shows a lot that the international trailer didn't. Anyway, watched it? All set? Maybe you didn't and you just want to hear my thoughts anyway. Well then, let's take a peek at the new starters. You can see this guy sending out all three starters at the same time, which is pretty impressive. His name is Hala, and he's presumably the Pokemon Professor. More on that in a moment. The first starter revealed is the grass flying type grass quill Pokemon Rowlet, or Rowlet, or something like that. I'm guessing it's Rowlet. Yes, a little grass owl with a leaf bow tie. Doesn't it just look so dapper? Either that or like a brown bodiless Piplup. It's just 3.3 pounds and 1 foot tall, so it's not very big at all. It starts with the grass-type move Leafage, which damages the foe, though nothing else has been confirmed about it. It's probably just a standard damage move. According to the press release, the first of the potential partners is the highly adaptable grass quill Pokemon Rowlet. This Pokemon can fly silently through the skies, sneaking up on its opponent without being noticed. It can attack its opponents using powerful kicks, and it can also attack from a distance using the razor-sharp leaves that form part of its feathers. Rowlet can survey its environment and turn its neck nearly 180 degrees from front to back, so it can see directly behind itself. When in battle, Rowlet turns its head to face its trainer when waiting for instructions. That's adorable. The second starter revealed is the fire-type Fire Cat Pokemon Litten. If you like cats, great, but just look at that face. Will it like you? It's nice to have a starter Pokemon that's a cat and all, but this thing looks like it'll burn you to a crisp if you try to pet it. It's just 1'4" and weighs 9.5 pounds, plus it starts with Ember. According to the press release, the cool-headed Fire Cat Pokemon Litten is the next choice for a first partner Pokemon. Litten's fur is rich in oils and is immensely flammable. It constantly grooms itself by licking its coat, collecting loose fur into balls. It then ignites these hairballs to create fireball attacks. When the time comes for Litten to molt, it burns off all of its fur in one glorious blaze. The official site also says that it always remains cool-headed and doesn't show its emotions on the surface. Lastly, we have the new water-type starter. The water-type sea lion Pokemon, Popplio. Popplio can make balloons out of water from its nose, which it then uses strategically in battle. Yes, it's basically a combination of Cubchoo, Drillbur, look at that nose. I've seen it somewhere before. And, of course, Seal. It's still got its own charms, though. According to the press release, the third possibility is the acrobatic sea lion Pokemon, Popplio. Popplio can create balloons made of water from its nose and utilize them to create a variety of different strategies and attacks in battle. This Pokemon is better at moving in the water than on land and can swim at speeds over 25 miles per hour. On land, it uses the elasticity of the balloons it creates to perform jumps and acrobatic stunts. Seriously, look at that sweet jump. Okay, so now we know the three starters. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely on Team Rowlet here. That thing is adorable! Plus, it's also the first unevolved dual-type starter Pokemon since Bulbasaur. I'll be curious to see what they evolve into, but I'm sure we'll have to wait a bit before we find out. Anyway, let's talk about the region next. The region that you see before you is the Alola region. As if Hoenn wasn't tropical enough, Alola definitely appears inspired by Hawaii, down to the name of the region itself, a clear play on Aloha. You can actually see a bit more of the region if you look at the Japanese trailer. Doesn't look very big, does it? No, not really, but remember, if the region is inspired by Hawaii, that means it's very likely that there are several other islands rather than just the one you see here. This could be just one of several, especially since that big hotel-looking place shown in the concept art doesn't appear to be anywhere on the island. That would actually make a lot of sense, and since there are a lot of rocks surrounding the shores, it's a reasonable guess that you'll travel from island to island using a boat, fairy, or possibly even a plane rather than relying on the HM move Surf. Thank goodness, I had enough of that in Hoenn. You'll see two characters prominently shown in the trailer. Kukui, the guy in the lab coat who looks like he could be Jaywitz's long-lost cousin, and Hala, the guy in sandals and the Aloha shirt. One of them is probably a professor. It's actually possible both of them are, since they are both named after trees, and they're both around when you get your first Pokemon. However, it's important to note that Hala is the one who sends out the Pokemon, not Kukui. He's also the one that asks which Pokemon you'll choose for your partner. But Kukui still looks important somehow. Two other very important characters are the ones that appear on the packages for the game. You can see a giant sun lion thing, as well as a skeletal moonbat thing. The moonbat thing can be seen using its currently unknown signature move, and if you look hard enough in the Japanese trailer, you can even see the sun lion thing using its move. Yeah, look, right there, right there. Yeah, I know, it's hard to see. Finally, it looks like your main rival character will be this guy in the shorts. You can actually see a battle with him in the Japanese trailer, even if it's just for half a second. Okay, now for a few other minor details that caught my interest. The Japanese trailer shows that at least some level of character customization is back, with a total of 8 possible character designs now. Hopefully this means that choosing different clothes will be an option as well, because I really miss that feature from Pokemon X and Y. For just one frame in the Japanese trailer, you can see a route sign, which appears to show the numbers 02 on it, indicating that it is perhaps Route 2. Either that or a Kirby 64 boss, but I somehow doubt that. There also appears to be some sort of video calling feature in the game, shown on the top screen that looks like it's based on a computer or something. You can see Kukui calling on the screen in a computer window. It's actually quite likely that it'll be a scene from the beginning of the game, given it's shown first in the Japanese trailer before the rest of the scenes, which appear to be in order. Lastly, the confirmation we were all waiting for. Yes, there are trucks! There are trucks in this game! Look, there's like 2 of them right there! Anyway, Pokemon Sun and Moon launch in North America and Japan on November 18th, 2016, and in Europe on November 23rd, 2016. I'm looking forward to it, so I hope you are as well. See you next time, everyone!